Good afternoon. My name is Ankit Khandelwal, and I'm the creator of Zero Cost MBA. And we are yet again back with the new person in our series of sharing perspectives on MOOCs. In the series where we previously interviewed Caroline of MOOCLab founder and Dilrukshi Gamage, who was a working mother but also managed to do 30 MOOCs to improve the quality of life. In the text format, we have interviewed Iris Soliman from Belgium as well as Hamida from Iran. And today we have Mr. Nedzad Neziri from Bosnia Herzegovina. Pardon me. Uh, my knowledge sometimes lacks. And
Yeah,
he has
hi.
taken more than 50 MOOCs. And today we're going to talk about his perspectives of MOOCs and how it has been beneficial to him. So, Nadzid, welcome.
Thank you for this
Yeah.
bright introduction.
Okay. So let's talk more about Nedzad. He graduated in economics from a university, and then his e-learning, his informal learning started back in 2012. The same time like when MOOCs entered into market, and they changed the life of many of us like me. And he has taken more than 60 courses, and he has informally actually tried to take more courses, and but 60, I believe, he has completed. And he's a brand ambassador. He's also a freelance writer with the Youth magazine, and he's helping a lot of other organizations in their work using his knowledge through MOOCs. So let's go and speak to him. Welcome back again.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So,
So our first questions: how you got to know about MOOCs? Although everyone know, but let's hear your perspective.
it all started back in early 2012. I was a volunteer worker and I was a guitar teacher for the children. So I was in the band, so so at that time I know how to play guitar, but I needed some online course or online format how to present my knowledge to the students. So I managed to find first course MOOC on the Coursera platform. It was Introduction to Guitar by Berklee School of Music, and that was my first MOOC ever finished in early 2012. So from that time till now, it's passed almost 3 years now, and I have finished more than 60 courses, and so the journey is quite well. I have only positive things and positive feedback.
So it was guitar, the passion.
Yeah,
That's how you found. So
yeah.
it was like referred by some friend, or it just to figure out by Google search.
Yeah, I was Google searching, also trying, and I was reading some forums, local and internationals, and I managed to find Coursera. At that time, Coursera wasn't a big thing. Online courses wasn't a big thing. They are just entered the market in 2012, as you mentioned, and really, it was one of the best personal professional experiences so far. This whole journey, informal learning in a real.
And that's very nice to hear your personal journey. So, if I believe you were graduated before you started taking MOOCs, the Coursera
Yeah.
courses. So, how did you find this new format of learning? Because it's different. Was it difficult? How you adapt to this new format?
Oh, I was starting with my MOOC experience when I was second year of college, because college couldn't provide me enough knowledge, because I'm driven by my inner passion to find knowledge. I have huge variety of interests, so I was searching a new knowledge MOOCs. The MOOCs and the college are quite similar. The main thing in the MOOCs, you don't have a live interaction with your professor. That's the main difference. On college, you have one-on-one interaction with your professor. But I can see the trend in the last year that professors on MOOCs are presenting live Google Hangouts just like this with the students, and that's really great. So there is not too much difference between the MOOCs and the universities. Rather that they are just online presented, but also now colleges present distance same as a MOOCs. So
Oh, that is fantastic. I mean, you are trying, you're able to adapt to this new format. And what made you taking 50 courses? Like you started off with the guitar, that was your passion, and then you continued. So what made you to take like 50 courses over the period of 2 years or more
I
than 2 years?
I didn't count the courses. I just counted the day before when you search for some kind of list. Uh, I'm motivated by my inner passion for the knowledge. That's the main thing. So I don't know. I have huge variety of interests. So one month I will be searching for astrology, and second month I will be learning computer programming, because I have interest in the IT department too. So it's driven by my mood also, and by interest. Sometimes I'm going to use some course if that course can help me to get a job interview or a potential job offer. So it depends really. I'm not counting them. I'm just, when you start and finish your first course, you're going to get the MOOCholic, and that's just interesting when you have interaction with other people too, that have same interest as you. So it's a huge online community, and that is fascinating, and that keeps you moving forward and getting new courses done.
All right, so that's very good to hear that you become MOOCholic. That's MOOC addict, just like I became. And how do you judge a course? I think many of us who started journey in 2012, we also explore other courses, but we didn't finish, or we didn't able to continue in some courses after 1 or 2 weeks. So how do you determine the course, whether you're going to take it completely, or drop in the middle, or you will just go for assessments? How you judge any course?
It really depends from the course provider and the material. You cannot know. Back in 2012, we didn't have any review sites like CourseTalk. So you need to try for yourself. Every course you need to try on yourself. Don't judge too much of the critics, because everyone has a different perspective from yours that's different, and just try. I've bailed out from, let's say, 20% of courses because sometimes I didn't have too much time. And the second aspect is that courses didn't have too much material, so I didn't manage. I should manage, or I searched on the internet a lot. So some courses, like there is a Coursera MOOC provider, Elson. They're really great, but they are just providing content for money. When you enroll into that course, you can finish it in under 15 minutes. So you will learn anything, but you will have certificate. You need to pay for it. So it really depends from your own perspective. You need to enroll for yourself, and you will see in the first week. And from the first week and the first assignments, you can see if you want to go and continue the course, or you can bail out from the first week, because you can see the community and the response from other people too.
So, talking about the community, you mentioned that you met or you got responses in the discussion forums.
Yes.
Can you tell more about what kind of discussions, how it helped your learning?
Well, it helped me a lot because we form study groups, so we study together. It's easier when you have people that have same interests as you. So we study together, we search internet for new information, we work on assignments together. We're not writing assignments together, but we help each other. And the discussion forums and discussion interaction between the members is the most positive thing in MOOCs. That is the reason why MOOCs are popular now. And the Coursera is the most popular. It has the biggest community. And, it's much easier when you have friends. You meet everybody. You don't, because we have a friend that is from Indonesia. You have a 8 hours time difference, but it's really a great experience when you work together on assignments and to finish them. So it's really great experience. The MOOCs are about interaction between the members, between the students and the professors. As I said, as I mentioned earlier, professors are interacting with students via forums. You have also the staff interacting with members, and that's the most crucial thing in MOOCs.
Okay, so you said like you formed study groups and you found friends all live in Indonesia and other countries, and the time difference didn't hinder your learning and the friendship bond you have formed while pursuing.
Yeah, we
So
managed to.
Yeah, so my question is more like actually I shouldn't be asking because I myself am MOOC addict, but for the sake of interview, do
Yeah.
you believe that MOOCs require a lot of self motivations? Am I right? They require
Yeah.
dedications. So
Yes.
and also you have to somehow manage your own time
Yes.
because
Time
there's no
management.
foundation.
Time
So what
management
kind
is
of
crucial.
time management strategy you adapted? Because you take a lot of MOOCs.
Yeah. Strategy. Time management is crucial. It's more crucial when you have multiple courses. If you're doing multiple courses per month, let's say, if you have 3 courses, you need to get prioritized. You need to work on the course that is having a huge workload amount. Some courses are uh, 10 to 12 weeks long duration, and you need to work few hours a week. So you need to finish that course first. And second, you can work on the other courses that are not too heavily on the workload. So my advice is to make a prioritize yourself with the courses, join the study groups, create study group if you don't have any, seek help. Always ask questions. Don't be passive. And when you get things done, if you do that, you're going to get a lot easier. You're going to have a lot easier steps to finish the course. If you work on your own, it's more harder because you need to manage your time. Especially it's hard when you're working. If you're a student, it's easier because you have a you have a much more free time than the working person. So yeah, collaborate with other friends. So that's my advice. So that is my advices. Yeah, also search for the study techniques, Pomodoro techniques, and other. Reward yourself after finishing every assignment, every week assignment, and that's all. That's the major guidelines how to finish the course.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing. I learned one or two tricks from you now for my
Yeah,
MOOCs learning. So,
I can
yeah,
I can send
please.
you later the techniques that you can use them
Yeah,
to learn
definitely,
them
definitely,
efficiently. Okay.
definitely. So you mentioned some of the difficulties a single individual can form. And did you face any difficulties? Although you successfully did a lot of MOOCs, did you face any difficulties in finishing or gaining knowledge through MOOCs?
Personally, I didn't manage to have any difficulties because I'm learning to learn new things every day.
Mhm.
But sometimes there is a problem with assessments, because assessments has a human factor because other human are pairing you and making judgment. So sometimes you're going to get a lower grade than usual, and just the course material sometimes is weak, it's basic, so that may be a problem. But if you are interested in a particular subject, you can search the internet for the topic. So I didn't have any particular problems, but yeah, I have some mindset I just said. You can do everything if you want. Just do it. Nike logo.
Yeah, thank you very much. So that's very inspiring advice. Um, since MOOCs are changing, we both of us started in 2012, and the MOOCs are changing. Where do you
Yeah.
see more improvements is needed in the way MOOCs are delivered or the assessments? Where do you see more improvement, and what kind of improvements needs to be done in MOOCs to make them more useful for learners?
Wow. Tough question. Uh, really great question. I don't know. You have main providers like Coursera and Udacity, and they are oriented by business. They are starting to. They are forcing a business model. They ask you to pay for the certificate, and from the economic perspective, we will going to see a bigger competition now in terms of share market, and the other Coursera provide and the other MOOC providers are going to go for the business models. And yeah, MOOCs are getting bigger now. So we have, let's say, 50 million students already taking MOOC, maybe more, I'm not sure. And the future will be bright. We already have iMBA platforms, so you can from your home go to the equivalent study of MBA from the comfort of your home. I really cannot say in distant future, but every day there is a new MOOC provider. So maybe how to say it, they need also there is a MOOC provider in Europe, and they are providing ATCS points for the students if they took a MOOC course. And the MOOC providers should be oriented toward the students more, not toward the business, because future education is future. Look at the Khan Academy. So I don't know if I satisfied the answer question. Sorry, but it's hard to determine the future of the MOOC providers.
No, I think you didn't understand my question. Maybe I didn't
Yeah.
ask it properly. My question is, you are taking MOOCs from 2012 and still taking it. And do you see, like we have when we started the discussions forum were the things. Now edX has started to use the some of the interactive tools and the timeline progress chart. Where do you see what kind of improvements can be done in the MOOCs itself? So what can be done to make any learning of me and you
Easier.
to make it more easier and more useful?
Yeah.
That was my question. So now
sorry.
you can answer. No problem.
Yeah, I can see the trend in the last year that professors are interacting via Google Hangout with the students and via discussion boards, and that's really great because you feel a part of the global community. And also there is an app for smartphone and tablets, so it's much easier on that side. You can take courses on your smartphone and tablet, and that is really a big change from the 2012. You have a better interaction with the staff or with the staff that is providing course. My personal experiences, I was taking a course in entrepreneurship and business, entrepreneurship and family business with the professor Leon Levin. He's a professor in the university in Australia. And after the course, I was so fascinated by him that I managed to contact him on the LinkedIn, and he replied to me. And that is the beautiful thing of the MOOC, and that is the way that MOOC are going. So it's a lot easier now to get in touch with the professors. It's much easier to interact, and that is the main thing that was changed from 2012 to now. It's much easier to courses are free, most of them. The technique, you have smartphones and tablets. It's much easier to take a MOOC. You have better interaction, and that is the thing that is the most changed from 2012. That is innovation. Innovation just in terms of technology. I think that innovation is that when you are taking the course, if you have 1,000 members, so a professor, you can ask professor for something and he'll reply to you. And I think that innovation is the best when you have a human contact.
Yeah, thank you. That's wonderful answers. And you're taking, well, I'm keep repeating it again and again. Sorry, you're taking many courses. How do you use the knowledge? Did you try to use it in some places, or after finishing the courses? How did you use? Can I get some one or two examples?
Yeah, I use the knowledge in everyday examples. They help me a lot while writing. I'm writing for the Youth Times, so I was covering a story about the MOOC, and in August I will be my life story will be in the article, and they were fascinated by my MOOC knowledge and my learning. So I've used that knowledge for learning, for writing. Also, I'm using that knowledge to aspire and to consultate other young professionals and entrepreneurs around the world. I'm part of the HP life entrepreneurship community. So on an everyday basis, I'm helping others how to set up their businesses or consultate them. Also, I'm interested in psychology, psychology of success, and also I'm taking MOOCs, and I'm like a personal psychologist to my friends, So, but yeah, also I'm using MOOCs to get desired jobs, to land job opportunities, to prove myself.
That's fascinating. I mean, MOOCs have helped you a lot. What are the please?
If you are using MOOC to learn, you will have lots of benefits. If you are using MOOC just to show off with your certificate, then the MOOC will be nothing to others, you know. So if you have certificate and you are willing to learn, you can present that knowledge to your boss or to your employee, and he will be or she will be satisfied with your knowledge. But if you present just a certificate with no valid knowledge, and that's the problem. And I see trend in young professionals that they are taking a lots of MOOCs just for the certificate. You cannot learn anything if you are doing 60 to 100 MOOCs per year. It's not possible. So that's the problem that I want to share with the world. Learn for yourself, not for the others.
Yes, so that's something you are you are two things. Which one I'm really it's what passionate. So one has to really passionate about what he's learning through MOOCs, not for certificate. Something I really admire about a lot of people I met through this interview series. Second, you mentioned that you cannot take many MOOCs. Actually, I have the same opinion. I believe I actually my learning curve. I only prioritize 3 MOOCs per time, like once a time. If someone take full time,
you're doing great.
I believe 3.
Yeah,
so
I've started discussion.
That's what I believe.
Yeah, I've started discussion on the MOOCLab. Okay.
Please, carry on.
Yeah, I've started discussion on the MOOCLab forum because I'm a friend with Carol and I like her initiative, and MOOCLab is a really great platform. And I'm arguing with other people and I'm saying them, yeah, you cannot take 60 courses per year. It's huge. If you take one course on Coursera that has 5 hours a week workload, and it lasts for 10 to 12 weeks, when you cover video lectures and assignments, you already are engaged 5 hours a week. Also, you have optional knowledge, optional books, and if you read them, you have a lot of time devoted into one course. So if you're doing 2 courses a month, you know, you can focus just on one course, and another 2 just are for the certificates. So you can focus on 3 courses per month. Only if you're unemployed and you have lots of spare time, you can do it. But I don't know. For me, if you take 3 or 4 courses per year, and to get familiarized with the topic and to search on yourself. Sorry, if you are taking 60 courses per year, you're just scratching the surface of the knowledge, and that's not good. And that's the trend that I want to share with people. A lot of people are taking 60 to 100 courses per year, and that's not good, people, because when someone looks at your LinkedIn profile and sees, let's say, 100 courses, what will they say about you? You don't have any goals, any objectives, any professional orientation, and that could be really bad for you.
That's nice advice. Thank you very much. I'm sure people who are watching your interview will take a note of it. And do you have any favorite MOOCs? You have taken many MOOCs. Any favorite MOOCs, and why it was your favorite?
The last MOOC I was on.
Any MOOC which was your favorite? Any MOOCs, and why it was your favorite? What was so special about it?
In fact, last course was really great. It was a critical perspective on management. It was on Coursera, and I really liked it because.
And is that from IE Business School, Spain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rudolph, the professor, is really great.
Okay.
And it taught me a lot because as a journalist, as a part-time writer, my passion is writing. We lost our critical perspective on everything. You know, now media is just talking about have bad. It's always bad news, war, diseases, corruption, and everything. And we lose critical perspective in our life. We don't criticize our children because, you know, who will criticize them? We don't criticize our government. We don't criticize everything. Even you need to every day ask some questions. Why do you do that? The point is asking the good questions, the critical questions. And the Plato, Socrates, and other philosophers were critical about the world, and they made this world as we know today because they were critical about themselves, society. And if you were critical, we will move forward. Critical is the tool of the progress, and that is the thing that I've learned from that course, and it's one of my favorite courses. Also, the course was also I had the other courses like what managers can learn from philosophers. There is a two-part course from the professor Luke de Bramba. I can remember the surname. He is a Boston consultant, and that courses are really great. Also, introduction to guitar. My first course is really brilliant. Yeah, I really can't remember now. Also, entrepreneurship and family business by Professor Leon Levin. I found that course interesting, not because of the subject, just because of him. He is a born actor in front of cameras, always joking. And that thing I like most of the professors. They're not just plain presenting the knowledge. They often joke. They often write something, and that's the great thing about courses also.
All right. So you're saying the professors are making course interactive by
Yeah,
their different approaches.
the courses are
And
heavily dependent on the professor. Sorry for interrupting you. You have a
continue,
professor
please continue.
that is just standing in front of you and just saying, this is really great. Critical perspective is this and that. It's just boring when you're looking at oral lectures. But if you have a professor that is interactive in using some, let's say, presentation left or right, using money or talking about his personal life, that I find most interesting. When the professors are talking about the personal life and the problems and how did he manage to solve that, and copy that to the course syllabus, and that's the great thing. Courses heavily depended on the professors. Some of the courses that I've bailed out was because professors was boring, too boring to watch. They have the knowledge, but they don't have the skills to present the knowledge to the viewers or the students.
Okay, that's something I also found in many of my MOOCs. And if let me ask you a very critical question. If I need to ask you to design a MOOC, let's say if you are a professor and you need to design a MOOC, uh, what kind of course you want to teach?
Wow, again, tough question. I'm feeling like a miss of the world, when they ask that question. Maybe about writing, maybe how to provide free knowledge, something like that, or free knowledge for all, or maybe I was thinking to create a course, Introduction to MOOC. That would be great. So presenting all the review sites, all the forums, and the tips and tricks how to learn effectively and how to finish the course. So maybe I would create a course, Introduction to MOOC, or Introduction to e-learning.
And what kind of things you will try to make? What kind of things you will try in it to make it very interactive? Because you have taken so many MOOCs. What kind of features you want to have in it so that people really get to learn and you will able to?
I know that people have some spicy details, from the personal life, from the personal experience from the MOOC. I would use that. I will use some jokes from the YouTube, from the internet. Use 9gag because everybody uses 9gag now. Made it interactive with people, via interaction, via discussion forums, to get involved with them. The most crucial part is to make students feel like part of something big. And that's the crucial part. And then you will succeed. Sorry.
That's great. You have a wonderful idea on how to make a MOOC useful. And what kind of courses, what courses you are taking now, and what more courses you want to take in future? What's your plan?
Now I'm taking a little break because I'm going on a vacation. It's summer. But on the September, I will take, I think, a course about writing, because I'm not now into the writing. So that's my future goal, and the programming. Also, I have a computer from my age. I got my first computer at the age of 7, and I did some programming back in high school, but I didn't manage to keep grip on it. So I'm now interested to get my knowledge in programming. I've signed off. I've enrolled in the course in the programming Python programming for everybody, but I really don't have a time now to do that. I will continue that after September or October, I don't know. But writing and programming, that's my future objectives and goals.
That's wonderful. I mean, it's really nice to meet MOOC enthusiastic around the world. Let's assume, for time being, for this interview and question, I am someone who just heard about MOOCs. Okay, heard
Okay.
something from somewhere. Okay, and you are a MOOC expert. How do you
Wow.
explain or convince me that what is MOOCs are, and how I can get benefits by spending my time, energy into it?
Uh, let's see. Imagine the world library, all world libraries on one place, so you can get access. You just need internet access to get whole world knowledge. In simple terms, that's the MOOC. And you have interaction. If you have interest in some subject, you can learn. You have thousands of people that have same interests as you, so you're not alone. So if you in the 2012, the most MOOCs were on English, but now everybody is doing pro bono work. You can be a part of OTP translator Coursera, let's say Coursera, so you can help others to translate courses from English to your native language. So now everybody can get access, even in your native language, to the courses, to the MOOC. So MOOC is the whole world knowledge presented to you on just one click away. The short, simple definition. If you have any interest, you can find the course for you.
And that too, we don't have to go anywhere. You can sit in your home,
Yeah,
browse
the
on internet,
comfortable
and
home world.
then you can meet passionate people like Nedzad from Bosnia and Herzegovina, and you can always count on him to inspire you.
I'm
And
always here to help. If you have, sorry, if you have any questions, also for you, if you are up to in the future for any publication, I'm for. I just want to say the people just learn every day, because knowledge is the most powerful thing in the world. Is a thing that nobody can take away from you. So if you need any
exactly,
help, you can contact me. I will write guidelines or something. So I'm just here to help.
exactly. So
Just like
one of the very last questions I was thinking to ask, when you mentioned about the course talk or reviews, because you have convinced me to go to MOOCs, and since there are plenty of MOOCs nowadays, like around 30,000, as not just MOOCs, but from universities, many places. So there are websites like MOOCLab or Course Talk, and where a lot of people try to judge, okay, based on reviews. And you also seen the Course Talk website. So, what kind of advice you have about the reviews, especially in Course Talk websites? How to make
yeah,
use of them?
a little bit commercial to the Carolyn. I think the MOOCLab is really a great site to start, and Course Talk also. You can rely on the critics. If 1,000 people say the course is good, it's good. But my advice to you is just experiment on your own. Just try. You don't have any cost to enroll into the course, and just enroll. After the first week, you will see if you get interest, if you want to take that course on the higher level, and just experiment. No, you cannot rely 100% on the reviews and the critics. You need to experiment on yourself. Enroll into the course. It's not too much time, just 1 week. On the first week, you will find out the assessments and the video lectures. Is that like the syllabus? And just try for yourself.
Okay, this is the second last question before I will say bye or maybe not, because you are spending a lot of time with me. Thank you for your time. There's a lot of criticism against MOOCs. A lot of criticism because only 7 to 8% of people who enroll in those courses finish.
Great question.
What
I wa-
exactly you have to say? That's
yeah, I
something I
was,
also faced. You must
yeah,
be
yeah,
facing too.
yeah, yeah.
What's your
I was
opinion on it?
I was aiming to talk about now. Why only 7 or 8% people are finishing is because the courses are free. the MOOCs are free, and when the people are enrolling in something free, they don't have any commitments, for finishing that. And that's one aspect of that. The second aspect is bad time management. If you enroll into a few courses, you cannot finish them all. And third aspect is that people are signing into courses because of other people, just for the certificate. That's the problem. But the main problem is that people are offered most. So if you enroll for the difference is when you enroll into the course and you have to pay, let's say, a $50 the course, you will finish it because you have paid for the $50 for that course. But if you enroll the course that which is free, you don't have any commitment. You don't have any desire to finish it. You don't like it, and that's the main problem. Why 7 or 8% people just finish the course.
All right. So this is my last question. Is there anything you want to share with us? How you want to say people? Is there anything you want to share? Something I missed asking, or anything you have in mind?
Yeah, your coverage of questions was really great. You're a great interviewer. You managed to cover all the questions, major and minor. My only advice for you is just to take your into the MOOCs. It will be maybe the best professional experience so far. You will see and you will interact with other people, with thousands of people that have the same interests as you. And most of the courses doesn't cost a thing. You just need to devote your free time and your energy into it. And you will be just like me and Ankit, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay, Ankit.
Yeah, and it's great, you will gain social networking, and you will learn new things that can benefit you for the future work, for the future collaboration, even every day, and on everyday situations, something like that.
Well, thank you very much, Nedzad, for your time and sharing your perspective. And I hope you receive a lot more heights with your learning and inspire many people. And we continue to interact with people like you. And I hope to speak you again. Thank you very much.
Thank
and
you.
please don't close. I need to stop the broadcast. I will close.
Problem.